Welcome to the Heat Source Quickfire, the mini episode where we taste and discuss one sauce in under 15 minutes. Hopefully. We bring our best facts to the table and let you decide whose is best. Let's heat up. All right, welcome back to Quickfire, our Heat Source Quickfire episode where we try sauces from makers we've already reviewed, and we do some quick facts. I feel like I haven't recapped what we do on this episode before in like months.
Probably since episode 4.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I probably should do that. The episode today is going to be 2 Philly-based sauces, both from Roddy out of Faiya Hot Sauce Company. We have Purple Flame, and we have our first sauce, which is Sweet Summer Heat.
Before we get into it.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's like, I'm like, I have the intro, I had this set up, I'm focused, and you're like,
go for it.
No, I want to hear what this is, because this is good.
Okay, I'm dying to know, did you win the Powerball last night?
No.
Okay. It was only up to $1 billion.
Did someone win the Powerball last night?
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know why I just asked you that then. Did you win anything? I won $7. I about crap myself because I was reading the ticket. I got the first 3 numbers, and I'm like, my gosh, it's finally happening on my second time ever playing the lottery. I got the first 3, and then obviously bombed the last 3. So I won
the first $7. 3, all you get is $7 for getting the first 3, right?
Yeah. Had I gotten like the Powerball with that, I probably would have gave me like $100 or $500 or something like that.
That grows exponentially. No, I did not. I think I've bought one lottery ticket in my life, and it was one where like it was way up there, and I'm like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Because I always am like, man, it'd be great if I won. But like, well, you never enter, so you'll never win.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's funny. I never play unless it gets up to $1 billion.
Yeah.
Which is funny because 900 million is not enough for me. Well, it's funny how that works. Think about how many people play all of a sudden. Everyone buys lotto tickets when it gets this high. And it's like, hold up. Was $200 million not enough for you to care?
Well, and the odds are, I mean, a lot of people are playing all the time, but I feel like you'd have better odds playing when it's lower because fewer people are actually going to be doing it as much as like when it's $1 billion. Yeah. The people that rarely do it, like you're going to always have the regulars that are like, oh, I won $5, put it back towards my next ticket.
Yeah. And now that the way it works out, now that this many people are buying, I feel like the sweet spot is like 500 million to like 900 million. Because then it's usually one winner. Once you get over $1 billion, so many people have bought tickets. It's like you have to split it among 7 people. So you're leaving with, quote unquote, only $100 million.
I just want like $50K.
Yeah.
Like, just give me $50K after tax.
Give me 4 numbers in the Powerball. I'll walk away.
Honestly,
I'll be happy.
It's like, I mean, think of how nice this studio would be.
Yeah.
if I just won like $50K, that's enough to like do house projects and a little side project the shed turns into a podcast studio.
If I won that money, I would pay you to keep the tablecloth. I don't care how much money I won. We were keeping the tablecloth. It
would be funny because it would be, I'm paying you to keep the tablecloth, not just while we're doing the podcast, but even after, be like, never get rid of it.
Frame it.
Here, like what's this monthly stipend you get from just this random account? It's like, I have this tablecloth that I have to like keep. Whenever I eat hot sauce, I have to put it underneath whatever I'm eating.
It's a science experiment at this point. That stuff from last week still looks wet.
Yeah, I don't know. Yours definitely mine has a little bit of character. Yours is,
that purple held all right though.
I do like the different colors that we're getting. We need to maybe start organizing our sauces we're trying based on
that real dark one.
That's the blueberry.
Wow.
That was the blueberry
pen ink.
hook and arrow. Yeah. Yeah, that is like a beauty mark. That is a Cindy Crawford mole. Is that still relevant?
I probably would have went Marilyn Monroe. She had one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know Cindy Crawford had one.
I like Cindy Crawford better, but they're both amazing. Anyway, we've covered the big issue. Our next issue is trying these hot sauces from.
So you didn't win.
I didn't win.
Okay.
I didn't win. You'll be in the early. So here's the thing. If I win, I'll text you.
I'll just get a text that just says, hey, podcast went full time.
Yeah, I'll text you and we'll see how long it takes for you to respond. And I'll see what the response is. Where it's just like, LOL. I'm like, I don't think he saw.
The backstory behind that is I'm the world's worst texter.
Yeah.
I probably have, let's see, on my phone right now, I have...
Unread notifications give me anxiety. I feel like people are waiting for me.
I have 33 unread text messages.
Oh, I just got back sweats.
Spread out over the last
Oh my gosh.
3 weeks. 4 weeks.
That one say, help, I need help. Oh,
yeah. So yeah, if you win the lottery, that might warrant a phone call because I'll probably just respond with LOL. That's crazy.
I've told people
after 2 weeks.
I have like a few other like situations where someone's like, if this happens, you need to tell me. And I'm like, I will tell you this one message. If I send like money bags, a microphone, and like a king's crown emoji, that's it.
That's funny.
So, but yeah, no lottery for me. But yeah, so we're going to do the Sweet Summer Heat from Faiya, Purple Flame. Again, Roddy, a sauce maker that we've interacted with a lot. We've had a few of his sauces. I just ran out of my salsa roja, which is a bummer, but my fridge is finally getting space that then I immediately replaced with more sauce.
Yeah.
So
my wife devoured my salsa roja.
These ones, I know that she likes heat, so like I'm not saying that she would want mild over spicy, but like these ones I feel like if she's getting heartburn or like
she loves green sauce and she loves very spicy. Because
I know the Sweet Summer Heat was one that was recommended when we said what's the next sauce by Faiya we should try. Purple Flame was another one. We still have What the Fuego and we still have Salsa Verde that are out there. So so there's still plenty of sauces to try, but these ones we talked about getting some more color on the tablecloth. This Purple Flame will be a dark, bold imprint on there. But yeah, so let's start by opening up this Sweet Summer Heat. I feel good because like we've been recording the last few times we recorded, I've had like a nasal drip cold thing and it's gone now, where I don't have to like worry about talking and then suddenly like my entire back of my throat just gets like clogged.
Yeah.
So
I feel like my throat clearing's been better, but that probably changed today.
I will say, from editing the last few, it has gotten better, but I jinxed it.
Nice.
Oh, that was
a good
even
one.
Like this part that was coming off. That was one of the better ones.
That was good.
I feel like I reacted a little bit too emotionally
to
that
over
one.
There?
Yeah, I'm fine. So the Sweet Summer Heat. This is one that we talked a little bit about on the episode. How it was named Sweet Summer Heat in memory of his time in the Dominican, as though Roddy lives in Philly. He hates the winters up there. I mean, I don't know how they compare to Michigan winters. I feel like our lake effect snow does the one up on that, but Philly's
I still feel like they get
pretty brutal.
Probably some lake effect snow from Lake Erie.
I feel like we're all just playing second place behind Sam Hastings from Minnesota.
Yeah.
So, but this one, the main ingredients it shows on the front of the label: jalapeno, lime, and pineapple. It's got a nice salsa verde, nice like yellowish green color to it. The label itself says, enjoy your favorite meal with your new favorite hot sauce. Allow the sweetness from the pineapple, the tanginess from the limes, and the perfect amount of heat from the jalapenos to transport your soul to a tropical island. It says tacos, fish, eggs, nachos, pizza, basically you name it. And then, again, a reminder that each bottle donates one meal to help fight food insecurity. You can learn more at Faiya.co. It's Faiya.co, not com, because that one's taken by somebody else, unfortunately. They won't give it up. But yeah, so the other ingredients: vinegar, jalapeno, pineapple, lime, green pepper, onion, garlic, and kosher salt. Again, his are all natural. He doesn't use the refined sugars. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be one of those sauces that we could drink. We could just like put 2 shot glasses here.
Right.
Doing a little ASMR.
You're still on the high from that where you had to undo the cap in front of the mic too.
This is going to be like, you know how there's some where it's like you grab a bag of chips and you just like are dipping?
Yeah.
The smell on this, I'll let you smell it before I start pouring. It's the green sauce that like you get at a nice Mexican restaurant. That's like, I'm just going to eat these chips and forget that I have to I actually ordered a burrito still.
Right.
Which wet burrito is due soon. Maybe, I don't know about this week, but soon. If I lose 10 pounds, I'll eat a burrito.
Gosh.
So I'm getting like the onion. I'm getting the sweetness. I can give it a taste here.
I'm getting a lot of citrus.
Yeah, a lot more citrusy than I was expecting.
Mhm.
I mean,
I like that.
that pineapple.
Fish tacos.
Yeah. You
That's
need to
really
do
good.
a little video on Mike's fish tacos because you talk about enough where I would do a nacho one, you do a fish taco one. Our barbecue food truck is now into their winter season where they don't do their barbecue. They're doing soups and sandwiches.
Oh, they're officially out?
Yeah, that's the end of their season. It's just weird because it's so nice out. It's just weird because it's so nice out.
Dang it.
But they
We'll have to contact them. Do you have any like leftover mac and cheese?
they switched it up. They were doing penne noodles the last time I got mac and
They
cheese.
probably didn't want to like restock for the year.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm curious
That's really
what
good
they
though.
do.
I like that.
So-
That is sit there with a bag of tortilla chips and eat the whole thing.
So the heat is real low. I mean, there's a little bit of heat on it. It's
It's like a 1 minus.
I'd say it's a
there.
pretty much a 1. I think it
A 1.
fades pretty fast because
Yeah. There's a very good intro to someone who's afraid of heat.
yeah, it's
We need to call that like the mother-in-law sauce.
the mother-in-law sauce.
Yeah.
Well, there is the mother-in-law sauce by decimation.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, there is, but which is mild. But you did make a good point where it's like if you don't like your mother-in-law, that might be like a trick where it's like, oh, the mother-in-law sauce, and it's just a Reaper
Yeah.
extract,
Right.
like dried powders.
All right. What's your fact for this one? I have one that I think is real fun.
Okay, so I went because it's a sweet summer heat. It's in honor of the summers in the Dominican. I went into a little bit of information about why they refer to. So I don't know if you realize this, but Dominican Republic in that area they refer to their weather as endless summer.
Mm-hmm.
Were you familiar with that?
Not specifically there, but I've heard the term.
Okay. And they talked about it where it has tropical rainforest climate, alternating dry and wet episodes that pretty much stay the same all year round because of that. The one drawback is hurricanes.
Yeah.
Like that was what the thing said. It was like, here's why it's alternating, so it kind of keeps it balanced,
Yeah.
always staying in that like endless summer stage. But part of that is the reason you have hurricanes. So I thought that was interesting. It just kind of reinforces the endless summer, the summer that in the Dominican that, Roddy kind of misses. Well,
Yeah.
not kind of, he does, especially as we get into this winter season soon. That was my fact.
I like that.
It was just solid. It's drafting a lineman in the draft, nothing flashy.
Or a quarterback first in fantasy.
Yeah.
Like not even the best quarterback.
Yeah,
Just
that
like a
was
pretty
weird.
good one.
That was a weird one.
All right. So one of the ingredients in here is salt. Salt was so valuable back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not a Roman guy, but this is the second fact in a row that has to do with the Romans.
I would say, yeah, you've had a few Rome.
Just coincidentally.
Yeah.
But so it was so valuable in Rome that it was actually used as a currency. And the Latin word sal, S-A-L,
Yeah.
is salt, meaning the word salary has to do with salt. Like, so your salary, your paycheck, your salary,
Yeah.
the base is the Latin word for salt. That's how valuable it was. It was the currency of the time.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, when we were there was actually a lot of words like that. Like the word street. I don't remember the Latin word for it, but like that was developed in Rome. Cubicle was developed in Rome houses.
Okay.
A quartered off section of your home was something cubica something. And that's where cubicle comes from. But I thought that was fun, where salt was so prevalent as a type, of currency.
Give me the hiccups.
Yeah. As a type of currency, the word salary came out of it.
I would never thought of that. I mean, I know salt's been around for,
Yeah.
is salt the oldest, like, it's definitely the oldest, like, I don't know, seasoning?
I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm going to call payroll next Friday and just be like, hey, so I noticed it was on paper. Do you have salt this week?
Do
Like,
like your bank calls, be like, hey, there's a block of salt here.
ooh, good.
Don't
Hang
know
on to
what's-
that one.
Yeah.
I'll be right there.
Oh, finally. This is really good.
I like
The extra citrusy definitely lends it to, like you said, the fish
That's a drinker.
tacos. It is a drinker because the heat, if you have a little bit more and more, the heat does kind of linger longer, where it does get into that solid one heat of, again, 0 is no heat, 1 is presence. 2 is where it's a lingering, it's prolonged. 3 is where you react, and 4 is good pain, 5 is bad pain. So it's on the low heat side, but it is really good. But yeah, I think initially I was like, oh yeah, low 1, but it's a solid 1 for heat.
I read the wrong fact.
Cool.
I'll still win either way.
I think
which is the cool thing.
I think that disqualifies you, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
Even though it technically, I mean, it was something where the fact where you're like, well, this is because there's salt in this. I'm like, that is something you could probably use.
No, just kidding. It's 6 a.m. I messed up. That's the right fact. Just kidding.
Cool.
All right, continue.
That's staying in.
I forgot to fill out my sheet too. Hang on.
Yeah, you got to do your score because I have my score here. Just as a reminder, as I always like to do, 75 and above is one that we would have stocked in our own kitchens. 50 and above is something we recommend to buy. 25 to 50 is something that we think is good, but something you don't have to go out and seek, go out looking for. We usually go the grocery store brands or somewhere in there where, we both love, Frank's and Tabasco and stuff, but that's not one that you're like, you gotta try. And 0 to 25 is not for us, maybe for you. This is definitely going to be on that top half for sure. This is definitely going to be a recommend to buy. I'm not even gonna try to guess what Mike's is going to be right now. He's doing maths.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know why you took your shoes. Oh, you're counting your. Okay.
Took my what?
Took your shoes off to count.
I'm at 20. Can I borrow?
I'll set up an abacus in here. My parents have an abacus that was like a little kid's, like a kid version one with a chalkboard and had an abacus.
You might have to cut this out due to embarrassment. What is that?
Here's the problem. It's basically like the sliding items that it's like a Chinese counting device.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know the name of that.
Also, abacus is just a Chinese restaurant that I love.
Okay. No,
that is different.
Not familiar with that.
So.
What do you got?
All right. So I had a 74.
I had an 81.
Okay.
I like that.
It is one where it's a solid right in that heart of recommend to buy, because it is one that we keep leaning into fish tacos, but I see this in breakfast food. You do I've had the Chili's con Quiles breakfast when I was in Mexico where they had the buffet and that's all I got. Mm-hmm. This would be smothered on that.
Do you want to know how tired I am right now? I, in fact, did make a mistake, and that is the wrong fact.
This has been a roller coaster.
It has been.
I'm waiting for the end of this to be like, by the way, I forgot I did win the Powerball. That also did happen today. Well.
Okay. No, I'm going to hit you with it.
All right, so that...
we'll pull the old switcheroo. I'll wait.
So the previous fact... Well, we're going to get into this next bottle, because this is quickfire. Quickfire, crossfire.
It's been more of a smolder this morning.
Yeah. Friendly fire. All of it's happening right now.
By the way, I am driving you into work this morning, so...
Oh, God. I thought I was the one that had lack of sleep. I got hardly any sleep last night, making chili.
I don't know, maybe I have a candy hangover. Went trick-or-treating with the nieces and nephews last night, and they thought I was the really nice uncle last night. Hey, can I carry your bucket of candy? And you just run up and you'll throw it in there. I just, ate every other piece of candy they threw in there.
You're a monster. I would test to see if my niece would notice, and I kept stealing pieces, and she would be like, where's my 2 boxes of dots? And I'm like, good job.
Right.
Well done. All right, so the Purple Flame, going through the ingredients here, apple cider vinegar, blueberries, onions, serrano peppers, jalapeno peppers, and kosher salt. Very simple. No fuss, no muss. Purple Flame is not your typical hot sauce. Think of it as a delicious blueberry jam with a nice spicy kick to the perfect balance between sweetness and spiciness. Try on a bagel with cream cheese, which we've said before we both would totally do with hot sauce. Cheesecake, that sounds good. Pizza, or a charcuterie board. We've got 5 sauces that I would be charcuterie board, here's your sauces, everything spicy.
Right.
All right. So this one actually, he listed the Sweet Summer Heat as a 4 out of 10 heat level. Again, this is a, consumer heat level. It's not chili head or for people with, higher tolerances. This is a 3 out of 10. So this actually supposedly is more mild. This is a very dark purple sauce. Visually, it looks
Yeah.
great. It's very, very thin sauce, so you're going to have a fun time on your side of the table. Let's try this label.
He's just got pretty good labels.
He did pretty good this time. The first one was better, in my opinion.
Not labels, but seals.
Yeah. A little ASMR. That's the new the new part of the podcast. Okay, smell that.
Very blueberry.
Yeah, I get the blueberry, and then I do smell the pepper, but the blueberry is on the forefront. We have a couple blueberry sauces coming up.
I'm surprised to see how many blueberry sauces are out there. They're not everywhere, but this is what, our third one now?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that is thin. I did not do that on purpose. You saw how gentle I tried to do that.
Yeah, I saw.
Jumped at me.
All right, let's try this.
A lot of blueberry on that.
So I think the citrus on the other one kind of masks the heat, on the sweet summer heat, a little bit more, where this one I feel like I'm feeling the warmth. Not necessarily like super hot.
Yeah.
But it's much warmer.
That's what I'm getting too.
Yeah. But yeah, because you're getting the blueberry. You got the jalapeno serrano. Like, it's just that nice warm level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting like burned out or anything. I think it's just because of the I don't know if it's the right word is sharpness, or because of that citrus.
You get the acidity.
Kind of tartness or whatever. Yeah, the acidity.
The acidity gets your...
It does not neutralize, but maybe just cover up.
Yeah. That, to me, that is a little bit hotter.
I still think it's a 1. It's just, there's shades of 1.
Was it Serrano? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That'd be another good, like on a manchego cheese.
Yeah. That charcuterie board, for sure. This is another one that brisket peanut butter sandwich from the barbecue food truck.
Yeah.
Throw a blueberry on there. It's just like a peanut butter and blueberry sandwich.
I'll have to try that one. I've never had, what is it, like
it's
the Elvis
weird.
burger? Where you
It's called the Presley.
The Presley, yeah.
It's weird, but
Never
it's just, I just can't help it, but it's good. Yeah, this one's like a high one for me because it is lingering a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and that one, that color is just like the darkest purple.
Yeah. We used to have, so we all had, me and my brothers, we had wrist rockets, slingshots when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so we would start with like acorns and walnuts. My parents were like, okay, that's a little intense to be shooting those at each other. So
right.
They buy us like a big pack of paintballs, so we'd shoot those. And then we found out like if you freeze them, they hit a little bit harder. So they're like, don't do those. So, we'd switch to blueberries.
Switch to blueberry?
Yeah. So we'd shoot blueberries.
Nice. All right. So I guess I'll go with my fact because I don't know what's going on with your fact. I don't know what's happening.
You can trust me when I spew these facts out. I hope you know that.
Okay.
Whether they're in the correct order or not. They're not made up.
All right. So I went with the color purple.
Okay.
Initially, I was going to go into like Prince because Purple Rain.
I almost did Prince facts on that one because Purple Flame, Purple Rain.
Yeah. I did there was a fun story about Prince because he was on an episode of New Girl, but he like kind of controlled what happened in the episode because he's like, I love the show. I want these two people to stay together. I'm going to help them on the episode, like stay together. And he was like, their couples counseling. It was really entertaining, but I went with the color purple. There are only 2 countries that use purple in their flag.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if you get either one of them, I will be impressed because the one that I initially saw, I'm like, where is it? And it's like the character in the center has a bit of purple like on their body.
Really?
Yeah.
Have I heard of these countries? Or is it one of those countries where
one you have, I'm fairly confident that you have for one. The other one, I don't know, because it's like
the coin toss where I was like, really? That's a country?
Well, it's so close to another country where I'm like, I did a Google of what's the difference. And they're like, well, first of all, they're 2 separate countries, idiot. It's like, oh, okay. Very aggressive Google search. Do you want the one that I don't think you're going to get?
Yeah.
Dominica, not the Dominican Republic.
Really?
Dominica, which is like southeast of the Dominican Republic.
I don't think I would have. I think it'd have been the same page as you if not.
I did a search where it's like, well, they're 2 separate spots. This is, English speaking versus Spanish speaking, different things like that. The other one, it's one that I know that when I was a kid, because I had a speech impediment where like my enunciation was rough. This is one I'm very nervous about saying.
That's funny. And I had a stutter when I was a kid, so why not start a podcast, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had a stutter. My R's were the ahs, where it was just like like the W's or whatever.
The Tomatos Wax.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I had like the rapidly running rabbit was, I had this whole sentence that my parents had me try and
just rolled both your ankles halfway through it.
Yeah. I'm terrified to say this.
So the other one is, oh gosh. So it's probably got an R or W in there. Uruguay?
Close in just the, like, not, I don't know about region, but like Nicaragua.
Okay. Central America.
Yeah.
It's like between Costa Rica and Colombia, I think.
Yeah. Although, I don't see purple in that one. I think it's in like this.
Is it in the
It's like in the smallest detail.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the rainbow. There's like the rainbow over top. That's where it's like, there's only 2 spots where.
That's crazy. And that's not even a little, like that's a tiny bit. That's not much at all.
Now, I will say in the flags for different like individuals and sexualities and all that stuff, there's a lot of purple.
Yeah.
There's one that's just, I think, just plain purple.
Yeah.
But I went national flags because initially they said just that Dominica was the only one, but the Nicaragua had a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my fact.
All right. So mine, if this had lime in it, which I don't know how I messed this up. So this one has salt in it. My salt fact
they both
was
have
actually,
salt, though.
Yeah. My salt fact was actually for this one.
You probably looked at this bottle, South Salt. They both have salt.
But my other one is directly related to lime. So I don't know how I mix those up. So anyways, 1 lime produces 0.5 volts of energy.
Okay.
That's the fact. Why aren't you blown away?
I don't know.
So, okay. The average lemon produces about 0.7 volts of electricity. An average orange is 0.6. Grapefruit is 0.6 to 0.7, and a lime is 0.5.
How are they producing?
You never seen people make like a lemon battery or anything?
No.
Okay.
I've seen the potato battery thing.
Or like you've seen like the pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that it's similar to that where you can wire together lemons and literally light up a light bulb. Do you remember that Mythbusters when they make the giant lemon battery? They take the big clay pots.
I didn't see that one.
It's one of the most famous Mythbuster scenes because they take these big clay pots, fill them full of, I don't know, hundreds of lemons worth of juice.
Yeah.
Or hundreds of, I don't know, a lot of juice from a lot of lemons.
Yeah.
And they make this battery and so Tori and, gosh, who's the girl?
You got to do that. I'm terrible with names of.
No, come on. She's going to hate me. Cut that out. She's like everyone's girlfriend when you're a little kid watching Mythbusters. Carrie Byron. Okay. Anyway,
Sorry, my girlfriend back in that day was Topanga Lawrence from Boy Meets World. So
okay, that's fair.
We're still going strong.
But anyway, so they do that project, and then they're like, "Hey, Adam, come over and feel how much electricity these lemons produce." And he's like, "Hey, you didn't hook this up to the cattle fence generator, did you?" And they're like, "Nah, we wouldn't do that." And he grabs this thing, and sure enough, they hooked it up to the cattle.
Yeah.
And they just cook him, and he gets like really mad on camera at him. It's really funny. You'll have to post a picture of him like screaming as he's holding it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
There's always the joke, meme, or comic where it's like the way for basically limitless energy is put a buttered piece of bread on top of a cat and then drop it. And the cat and the bread will just spin because the cat will always land on its feet and the bread will always land butter side up. And then you just have that just like running all your power.
That's funny.
That's what, if someone was like, oh yeah, like different citrus has different amounts of energy, I'd be like, oh yeah, I saw the cat one too. That's pretty funny. It's like, that would have been my reaction.
That's
so
funny.
Obviously I didn't have the greatest ideas for science fair projects because that would have been right up there. I did one on turtles.
I never did a science fair project. I feel left out.
I finished top 3 in one of mine where I did this study on magnets and how magnets are affected by different weather, like surrounding weather conditions, like extreme cold, extreme heat.
That's awesome.
I actually like did pretty well. I'm like, didn't do anything with it. Not a sciencey guy.
Yeah.
The turtle one I was more happy with because I made a paper mache shell and made a skeleton inside the shell and made this whole thing out of like egg cartons, like the head and all that, the skull. I thought that was cool. didn't win anything.
That's funny. So I never did like a science fair thing, but
which is surprising because you are way more sciencey.
Yeah,
than
I just
I
like
am.
never had like the opportunity. I guess
This was grade school, so
Okay.
it was like
If I had to have done one, it was just like a big project, but it was the temperature at different intervals of different watt light bulbs. I did that in like 5th grade.
okay.
But it wasn't like a science fair. Anyways.
Where you had like we had to do like the full on like foldable like 4-panel board.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that, no.
stand in front of people
Which
while
I'm
they watch.
really jealous. Makes me want to watch
That's probably why I run the sports booth that I do for that one fishing camp now, because I just want to sit at a table and have people come and like
It's fun.
judge what I have to offer.
Yeah. That just makes me want to watch October Sky.
That's a good movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
My girlfriend, Laura Dern. My adult girlfriend.
Yeah, Laura Dern. Laura Dern would be your adult girlfriend, starting with Jurassic Park and just moving on.
Yes.
Was October Sky after that or before? Because I know it was a while ago.
I think it was after it.
Okay.
I think it was after Jurassic Park.
Okay. Yeah, good old Laura Dern.
Yeah.
Friend of the pod. She doesn't listen, but she's a friend of the pod. So.
Her buddy Sam's a huge fan.
Yeah, Sam. I mean, I cannot tell you how many times he has tagged us. Well, we've tagged him, but there's been tagging going on in the
little cat and mouse game on Instagram.
Yeah.
He just got knighted. Did you see that? He is Sir Samuel Neal now.
Every now and then I get a random, because I follow him on our Heat Source Instagram page. Follow us. And and I'm just like going through, I'm like, oh yeah, here's food, here's sauce, here's peppers, here's like gardening. Here's Sam Neill, like
living on his farm.
Like, yeah, or like Sam Neill, like on set for Jurassic World. And I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
He is like my favorite Instagram because it's like him hanging out on the countryside with a couple sheep.
Yeah.
And then the next post is like him filming Jurassic Park. And then the next post is him hanging out with sheep. And then it goes back to another movie set.
I feel like it's like the kicker for the Lions, Jason Hansen, beloved kicker, greatest Lions player of the last 20 plus years. Right after Barry Sanders, then Jason Hansen took over. He was living like 2 lives where he's like, I'm a kicker for the NFL during the regular season. The rest of the time I spend it in the state of Washington. My neighbors don't even know that I'm a football player. I tell them I work in the NFL, and they're like, oh, like HR or like videographer. Because he's just
payroll.
Yeah.
That's
it's
so
like,
funny.
No one looks at him and goes, I bet he can put his foot above his head.
Right. I would just say like water boy.
Yeah. So... All right, so I had this as a high 1 heat. I do think it's hotter than the Sweet Summer Heat. I don't know if it's, and again, it's just like a masking. Certain things are kicking in more so than others. I feel like this is one where, depending on what you put the sauces on, could elevate or lower that one way or the other. So, but they are close. Like having them as a 3 and a 4 on his scale makes total sense because that's, they are pretty close. But for my score, I had a 79 for this one.
I was 62.
Okay, I like this. This is a good blueberry sauce. Like I know we've had a few of them. Each one's a little bit different, but this one, I thought this one was a really good blueberry sauce. This is one I would like to throw on like a bagel, like bagel with cream cheese.
I just want cheese on this.
Yeah,
just a brick of cheese and a cheese knife, and give me a bottle of this.
I mean, we can pick up Manchego at Horrocks like in 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, not with traffic. But yeah, so I really like that one. The thing is, like, the blueberry cream cheese that you get, like, blueberry flavored, I never really go for that. Yeah. I like blueberry. I like cream cheese. I should like that together. But this would be the right flavor. Or if you just pre-mix it into, like, cream cheese where it's like, all right, this has real blueberry flavor.
What is it, the Panera honey walnut cream cheese?
Yeah.
That'd be good on that one.
That would go really well with this as well.
Yeah. A couple another couple good ones.
Yeah, and a couple more nice spots on the old blanket.
It's just getting pretty, and I'm not doing that on purpose. You saw how gentle I was with that one, and it just shot right out.
I don't even know if I want, because we talked about like bringing this, like if we ever went to like a show, having this as like, hey, look, we brought it with us. I'm like, I don't want to move it because I'm worried that like if we move it, it might break some of the crusties off.
Some of that's really caked in there. Like there's a whole pepper flake right there. Yeah. Or a whole seed.
That might have been salsa roja because that one had some good seed pieces into it. Yeah,
there's some skin of the pepper.
That'd be the fun game of identify the splash. But all right, well, so that is our episode for Faiya, for Roddy with the Sweet Summer Heat and the Purple Flame, both not surprising. Really good sauces, really good. We knew that these were going to be sweeter. They were going to be on the lighter side. Both really good sauces. And as I try to remember, both refrigerate after opening, which I need more space. So
yeah, I'm opening up some space.
I've been searching for fridge opportunities to buy. I'm looking to expand, but again, go to faiya.co. He's got a full lineup of sauces. They're all great. They have a wide range of flavor. You can get some variety packs that get you a better deal. So make sure to do that. Special thanks to Roddy because he did send these sauces to us a while ago. So we're happy that we're able to finally get to them. And other than that, I think that's all we really have this week. If you have any suggestions or recommendations, feel free to message us on Instagram. We do have a Facebook page as well that you can message us on, or we have a Gmail that you can get through our bio on our Instagram page. So those are ways to contact us and tell us, hey, try this sauce. Or some people just tag us in posts where I'm like, I think this person wants us to try their sauce. They just tagged us randomly.
Right.
So all of that works. It's all effective. But until next time, we will talk to you later.
See ya.
The only thing I did have to go to the store last night for that just didn't work was one beer. And it was like, oh, I got Coors Light and Michelob Ultra that people left here.
Yeah.
And they're like, and I was reading, it's just like, don't use light beer.
That's so funny.
It's like, use preferably a Mexican lager.
So what'd you get? Modelo?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny.
So, but they only sell, because went to Meijer because it's closest, they only sell it in 6-packs. I only needed one bottle. So
I was surprised
I'm like,
they only sell Modelo
do I
in
drink
6-pack.
5 Modelo's while I cook in the middle of the night, or
should have just bought a tall boy?